Every morning the sun comes up and turns the earth red, and I think, this could be the day when everything changes. Maybe today's society will fall, then night comes again and we're all still waiting. But I know the pilot's real. 3 officials walk up to the door of the little house at the sunset. The house looks like all the others on the street. 2 shutters on each of the 3 face-forward windows. 5 set up to the door, and 1 small, spiky bush planted at the right of the path. The oldest of the officials, a man with gray hair, raises his hand to knock. 1, 2, 3. The officials stand close enough to the glass that I can see the circle-shaped insignia sewn on the right pocket of the youngest official's uniform. The circle is bright red and looks like a drop of blood. I smile as he does too, because the official is me. In past, the official ceremony was a big occasion at City Hall. The society held a formal dinner. You could bring your parents and your match with you. But the official ceremony isn't one of the big 3 ceremonies: welcoming day, the match banquet, and the final celebration. And so it is not what it used to be. The society has started to cut corners where they can, and they assume officials are loyal enough not to complain about their ceremony losing some of its trimmings. I stood there with 4 others, all of us in new white uniforms. The head official pinned the insignia on my pocket, the red circle representing the medical department. And then, with our voice echoing under the dome of the mostly empty hall, we all committed to the society and pledged to achieve the society designated potential. That was all. I didn't care that the ceremony wasn't anything special, because I'm not really an official. I mean, I am, but I am truly loyal to the Rising. The girl wearing the violet dress hurries along the sidewalk behind us. I see her reflection in the window. She got her head down, like she's hoping we won't notice her. Her parents follow behind, all 3 of them heading towards the nearest AirTrain stop. It's the 15th, and so the match banquet is tonight. It hasn't even been a year since I walked up the stairs to City Hall with Cassia. We're both far away from Oria now. A woman opens the door to the house. She's holding her new baby, and one we're here to name. Please come in, she tells us. We've been expecting you. She looks tired, even on what should be one of the happiest days of her life. The society doesn't talk much about it but things are harder in the border province. The resources seem to start in central and bleed outward. Everything here in Camas province is kind of dirty and worn out. After the doors close behind us, the mother holds out the baby for us to see. 7 days old today, she tells us, but of course we already knew. That's why we're here. Welcoming Day celebrates are always held the week after the baby's birth. The baby's eyes are closed, but we know from the data that the color is deep blue. His hair brown. We also know that he arrived on his due date, and under the tightly wrapped blanket he had 10 fingers and 10 toes. His initial tissue sample taken from the medical center looked excellent. Are you all ready to begin? The official brewer asked. As the senior official of the committee, he's in charge. His voice exactly right balance of benevolence and authority. He's done this hundreds of times, and I've wondered before if official brewer could be the pilot. He certainly looks the part, and he's very organized and efficient. Of course, the pilot could be anyone. The parents nod. According to the data, we're missing an older sibling. The second in command, official Leah, says in a gentle voice, "Did you want him to be part of the ceremony?" He was tired after dinner, the mother said, sounding apologetic. He could barely keep his eyes open, so I put him to bed early. That's fine, of course, official Leah says. Since the little boy is just over 2 years old, nearly perfect spacing between siblings, he's not required to be in attendance. This isn't something he's likely to remember anyways. What name have you chosen? The official brewer moves closer to the port in the foyer. Ori, said the mother. Official brewer taps the name on the port, and the mother shifts the baby a little. Ori, official brewer, repeats. And for his middle name? Barton, the father said, a family name. Official Lee smiles. That's a lovely name. Come and see how it looks. Official brewer says. The parents come closer to the pour and see the baby's name, Ori Burton Fransworth. Underneath the letters run the barcode a society has assigned to the baby. If he leads an ideal life, the society plans to use the same barcode to mark his tissue preservation sample at his final celebration. But society won't last that long. I'll submit it now, the official brewer says. If there's no changes or corrections you want to make. The mother and father move closer to check the name one last time. The mother smiles and holds the baby near the port screen, as if the baby can read its own name. The official brewer looks at me. Official Carol, he says. It's time for the tablet. My turn. We have to give the tablet in front of the port. I remind the parents. The mother shifts Ori even higher, so the baby's head can face clearly visible for the port screen to record. I've always liked to look at the little disease-proofing tablet we give the welcoming day ceremonies. These tablets are round and make up of what looks like 3 teeny pie wedges. 1/3 blue, 1/3 green, and 1/3 red. Though the contents of the tablet are entirely different from the 3 tablets the baby will carry later. The use of the same color represents the life we will have in society. The disease-proofing tablet looks childish and colorful. They always remind me of the paint palettes on our screens back in first school. The society gave us tablets to all babies to keep them safe from illness and infection. The disease-proofing tablet is easy for babies to take. It dissolves instantly. It's all much more humane than the immunizations previous societies used to give, where they would put needles right into babies' skins. Even the Rising plans to keep giving these disease-proofing tablets when they come to power with a few modifications. The baby stirs when I unwrap the tablet. Would you mind opening his mouth for me? I asked the baby's mother. When she tries to open the mouth, the baby turns his head, looking for food and trying to suck. We all laugh, and while his mouth is open, I drop the tablet inside. It dissolves completely on his tongue. Now we have to wait for him to swallow, which he does, right on cue. Ori Barton Fransworth, the official brewer says, we welcome you to society. Thank you, the parents say in unison. The suspicion has gone perfectly as usual. The official Lee glances at me and smiles. Her long sweep of black hair slides over her shoulders. Sometimes I wonder if she's part of the rebellion too. I know what I'm doing, replacing the disease-proofing tablets with the ones the Rising gave me. Almost every child born in the Providence within the last 2 years has been given the Rise immunization in his societies. The other Rising workers like me have been making the switch. Thanks to the Rising, the babies won't only be immune to most illnesses, but also be immune to the red tablets. So society can't take his memories. Someone did this for me when I was a baby, and they did the same for Kai, and probably for Cassia. Years ago, the Rising infiltrated the dispensaries when the society was making the disease-proofing tablets. So in addition to the tablets made according to society's formula, there are others made for the Rising. Our tablets included everything the society used, plus the immunity to the red tablets, plus some more things. When we were born, the Rising didn't have enough resources to make new tablets for everyone. They had to choose only some of us, based on who they thought might turn out to be useful to them later. Now they finally have enough for everyone. The Rising is for everyone, and we are not going to fail. Since the sidewalk is narrow, I walk behind the official brewer and official Lee. On the way back to the air car, another family with a daughter wearing a banquet attire hurries down the street. They're late and the mother is not happy. I told you again and again, she says to the father as she catches sight of us and stops cold. Hello, we say as we pass them. Congratulations. When do you see your match? Official Lee asked me. I don't know. I say the society hasn't scheduled our next port-to-port communication. Officially is a little older than I am, at least 21, because she celebrated her marriage contract. As long as I've known her, her spouse has been out in the army stationed somewhere at the edge of the borders. I can't ask her when he's due back. That kind of information is classified. I don't even think officially knows when he will return. Society doesn't like us to get too specific when we talk about our work assignments and others. Cassie is aware that I'm official, but she doesn't know exactly what I do. There are officials in all different departments of society. Society trains many kinds of workers in the medical center. Everyone knows about the medics because they can diagnose and help people. There are also strategic on who operates pharmacies, who makes medicines, nurses who assist, and physics like me. Our job is to oversee aspects of the medical field. For example, administering medical centers, or if we become officials, we're often asked to serve in the communities, which in what I do. We take care at the distribution of tablets to infants and assist in collecting tissues for the final banquets. According to society, this assignment is one of the most important ones that the officials can have. What color did she choose? Officially asked when we approached the air car. For a second, I don't know what she means, and then I realize she's asking about Cassia's dress. She chose green. I say, she looked beautiful. Someone cries out, and the three of us turn in unison. It's the baby's father, running towards us as fast as he can. I can't wake my older son, he calls out. When I went in to see if he was still asleep, and there's something wrong. Contact the medics on the port, Official Brewer calls back. The three of us move as fast as we can to the house. We go inside without knocking and hurry to the back where the bedrooms always are. Official Lee puts her hand on the wall to steady herself before the Official Brewer opens the bedroom door. You all right? I ask her. She nods. Hello, Official Brewer says. The mother looks up and her face ashen. She still holds the baby. The older child lying in bed doesn't move at all. He rests at his side, his back to us. He's breathing, but it's slow, and his plainclothes hang a little loose around his neck. His skin color looks all right, and there's something red marks between his shoulder blades, and I feel a rush of pity and exhaustion. This is it. The rising said it would look like this. I have to keep myself from glancing at the others in the room. Who else knows? Is anyone here part of the rising? Have you seen the information I've seen about the rebellion will proceed? Through the incubation period may vary. Once a disease is manifest, the patient deteriorates quickly. Slurred speech is followed by a descent into an almost comatose state. And most telltale signs on the lived plague virus is one or more small red marks on the back of the patient. Once the plague has made significant inroads into the general populace and can no longer be concealed by the society, the rising will begin. What is it? The mother asks. Is he ill? Again, the three of us move. Same time, Official Lee reaches the boy's waist and takes his pulse. Official Brewer turns to the woman. I try to block her view of the child lying still in bed. Till I know the rising is on the move, I have to proceed as usual. He's breathing, the Official Brewer says. His pulse is fine, Official Lee says. The medics will be here soon, I tell the mother. Can't you do something for him? She asks. Medicine, treatment? I'm sorry, Official Brewer says. We need to get to the medical center before we can do anything more. But he's stable, I tell her. Don't worry. I want to add, this rising has the cure. I hope she can hear the sound of hope in my voice, since I can't tell her outright. I know it's all going to work out. This is it, the beginning of the rising. Once the rising comes to power, we will be able to choose. I know what might happen then. When I kissed Cassia back at the burrows, then she caught her breath in what I think was surprise. Not at the kiss. She knew it was coming. I think she was surprised how it felt. As soon as I can, I want to tell her again, in person. Cassia, I'm in love with you, and I want you. So what will it take for you to feel the same? A whole new world, because that's what we're going to have. Mother edges a teeny bit closer to her child. It's just, she says, her voice catches, he's so still.